Haiqiong Deng was born in Lanzhou, China, where she developed a deep appreciation for traditional Chinese music. At 3 years old, she learned to play the violin and began playing the hammered dulcimer by age 6. Shortly after, she was chosen to attend the Xi'an Conservatory of Music, where she focused exclusively on the ancient Chinese folk instrument, the guzheng. She continued her training at the Shanghai Conservatory of Music, where she studied with China's leading musicians.
I'm very lucky and I was able to study with those, now we call them masters.
After completing her degree, Haiqiong toured throughout China, Japan, and North America, quickly developing an international reputation as a soloist and chamber musician. Motivated to expand her knowledge and explore the boundaries of music, Haiqiong moved to Tallahassee to continue her studies and lead the Chinese music ensemble at Florida State University.
Connections with musicians at FSU kind of epitomized my musical experience in the US, because FSU is this place that contained all talents, people from different music traditions. I have to step out from my Chinese music, environment and start to speak toward the world. The Chinese Music Ensemble provides this place for all of us, really for all of us to learn. Mutual learning process. I've learned so much from each of them.
Most of us started in the ensemble not knowing a single thing about the instruments that we eventually learned to play.
Just coming in as this, little freshman and this master zheng player, just kind of like accepting me right away and just throwing me into it and teaching me as much as possible. She introduces Chinese music at a very high level, but a very acceptable level at the same time. So we'll have American students join the Chinese ensemble who have never played zheng before, and she'll give them actual repertoire.
We not only, learn how to play the instruments, we learn how to perform actual pieces from the history of Chinese music in concert. And we do it all within the span of a semester or less. So I think, she invests a lot of her time and energy into the music, and it shows.
Cool. In the traditional Chinese culture, the nature and human beings are, considered as one.
Inspired by a new environmental and cultural context, and guided by a passion to share their culture, Haiqiong and her husband, artist Nan Lu, created Echoes of Nature, a project that explores the connection of Chinese music, art, and the landscape.
Both of us, we feel like we have this responsibility to introduce Chinese traditional culture. Living in Florida more than a decade, it's only until I was involved in this Florida Folklife program I felt like I belong to a large family. Florida really becomes my home, and I'm very impressed about how the cultural policies and how cultural environment is so open in Florida. It incorporates all communities and all ethnicities. How we together formed identity of being Floridian.
Haiqiong has developed a deep connection to her community, where she explores the boundaries of artistic expression and uses music as a tool to promote the appreciation of Florida's diverse cultural heritage.
I think Tallahassee is lucky to have Deng Haiqiong as an excellent practitioner of the art and proponent.
It's not just Tallahassee even. It's not FSU, it's not Tallahassee, it's the entire state of Florida. She'll go anywhere and everywhere to give people a chance to experience Chinese music and Chinese culture.
She's one of the best musicians I've met and one of the best people I've met.
She will never disappoint. I feel she is a master musician and human being.